One take. This is NBA One Take featuring yours truly, Pretty Boy Lakers. NBA One Take for your head. NBA One Take for your brain. Coming to you live from Newburgh, New York's NBA One Take, June 2nd, 2023. Just some reviews of some things I've been watching. And the first thing I have to talk about is Succession episode 9. This is Logan Roy's funeral. We have the Roy kids talking, and there's a lot of talks at the funeral. You know, Shiv, Roy, and Kendall. Kendall, Roy, and Roman. About what's the future of the company. We have it's a lot of talks and what's gonna happen. Shiv give a good, somewhat a little awkward speech about her father. You know, that was just a little there. Their mother was there. She found out Shiv was pregnant. It's just, man, it was a really intense scene. Intense. Roman, he kept crying, and Kendall had to, really talk about his father, and it was just it was intense. I think the people did a real good job, really with this episode, and Shiv is making a power move. She's just explaining that she would like to come on as the CEO of Waystar just for the United States. She made a move, and to actually try to help take the company from the brothers. And Kendall get a hold of that and said, "I'll fuck it. I got her." And they looked at her, as a slide thing, as looking at her like, "Oh yeah, snake motherfucker, and that's your sister." And you think you're going to use Tom and things like that. So it's a lot. It's a lot. Greg is there. He's just a little crazy. His brother, Greg's grandfather, because that's their cousin, talks about Logan. just went off on him. Just said he's a real piece of shit, my brother. And this was anticipated, the whole funeral and everything. But we're just waiting for the season finale to what's going to necessarily happen with the future of the company, and what is the future of everyone on the last episode. That's what I'm waiting for, because I know this is going to be something epic. They did say the creators of the show said it's going to be most like a movie, is almost like an hour and a half. I can't wait for that. I can't wait, because Succession is one of the great shows that I love, and I just can't really wait for that. Fast 10 review. This is the 10th installment of the franchise of the most profitable action franchise in the history of cinema. It's number one. And I think it's not even no action franchise is even close to this. Not even, I think, Transformers. None of them is close to that, because this is just 10, and then I think it's mainly after 5 they went big, and it's huge. It's huge. Dom Toretto, his crew. You got Tyrese, Ludacris, uh, Michelle Rodriguez. You got Vin Diesel, Joanna Brewster. You got my man Han, Jason Statham. He's there. What's my girl? Natalie Emmanuel. Know her for Game of Thrones. So they all in it, and they're Charlize Theron is letting them know that there's a bigger threat out there, and it's Jason Momoa. And just a little backstory to him is they showed him being there when his father died in Fast Five, and his father being killed, and he was there. He saw everything happen when they stole the safe with all his money and everything like that. So he was there to see all this, and his father was killed. And the whole thing was, he wanted revenge, but he wanted suffering. So what he does is he's going after Dom Toretto and everything, and his whole thing is all about the suffering. And he's a great villain. Jason Momoa puts on a really great, flamboyant performance. It's a little Castor Troy from Face Off. A little like Castor Troy a little bit. Give me those vibes. And give me that. You give me a Nick Cage Castor Troy, right? Because not even like we're not. People always say, "Oh, well, John Travolta Castor Troy or Nick Cage." I think Nick Cage Castor Troy was incredible. I loved it. I love Nick Cage Castor Troy. That motherfucker was insane, and just the kind of vibes he gave me. So Jason Momoa was that, and obviously, there is spoilers because it's going to be most likely a trilogy. So we have some cliffhangers there at the end. The last two scenes is we see Gal Gadot. She was in Fast 4, and she actually died. They thought she died in Fast 5. We've revealed she's alive. And in The Rock, he's in the last scene. Because Jason Momoa knows that Dom and Brian, though he hurt their father, but the person that killed their father was The Rock, because he shot him. Remember that. He killed him. And so The Rock is going to be in it, even though after things with Vin Diesel was just turned public and he just said he was not doing it. Obviously they made up, and obviously I think they gave Rock the bag. He's going to be in the next possibly 2, and that's great. I'm for it. I think everyone is like, yo, you know what? Actually, all right. Now they ended on that note, but y'all gonna make a couple more. I'm with it. I am with it. I love it. There's some cliffhangers about who's gonna live, and oh man, it's incredible. But it's gonna be John Cena, he's in it as well, and him and Dom's son is a good thing. But it's a really good movie. I'm telling you, it is. All American season 5. This is a little touching because we lose Coach Baker in the middle of the season, and we see Jordan and his sister Liv, and deal with it as well as their mother. You know, we trying to get a hold of everything, and you know, you got Coop, you got, you know, Patience, and we got Spencer. Um, you know, Spencer, how he deals with it from the beginning. They're just having their, you know, issues in the program of GAU, the scandalous things like that. Liv writing a story about it, you know, about a lot about that. Coach Baker, played by Tate Diggs, how he tried to help her and everything like that. And then, you know, he did pass away, you know. So family has to deal with that grief and everything else, and they just go on with their, you know, their storylines. So, but it was a really, when he died, everybody's like, wow, fuck. Okay, Spencer is somewhat the main character, but goddamn, Coach Baker is like the main character. So we see that, and but you know, like I said, can't wait for season 6. Should be a lot interesting. It did end on a high note, which some people don't like, because maybe they won't be coming back for the next season. I think they are renewed, but when a season go out on a good note with everything, most things going good, well, except for one thing, Patience did get stabbed, so obviously that's the big cliffhanger. But we'll see. An All-American Homecoming. This actually ended a long time ago. They only went 15, I think, episodes. But you know, you got the things that's going on with them. I didn't really did a real good review of it, but you know, like I said, they bring us in the school, you know, just go through with the whole athletics thing. It's a lot going on there. I didn't really get a good review. I review it thing, but I did watch that, but I just wanted to jumble both together. But Homecoming, yeah, that was also good as well. Had a good season as well. Even though it ended thing, you know, a lot of skeptical. It wasn't canceled and things like that. It just didn't. We'll see. I don't think it did cancel. I probably don't know. I got to look it up. But yeah, but it was a really good season. A lot of woke shit too. There's a lot of political stuff there too. Just to get you guys like that. But yeah, this is NBA One Takes Pretty Boy Laker, and I'm out.